Hey folks, my name is Anatoly. SquadBlast is a multiplayer side-scroller shooter, and you can think of this game as a mix of something like Overwatch and CSGO on a 2D plane. You can play 2vs2, capture the flag, or tug of war. You need to think a lot about class-based collaboration and all of the heroes with their unique abilities and how they come together to form an actual squad. Thus the name SquadBlast. We've started Ultra Horse 2 years ago, and we wanted to build bespoke competitive multiplayer gaming experiences from day one. We're going to experience 3vs3 gameplay mode called Payload. So this is a map called Motherload, and both of the teams are trying to push a card that is mining the crystals either way. And when one of the teams scores 2 points, they're gonna win. So let's dive in. We've got 2 teams of 3 players, and each of those players has a unique class, be it a tank or a little defense class or an offense class or a medic. And those teams of 3 players are working together to push a card that just mined a couple of crystals. So either team should be able to push it one way or another. So when the heroes stand on that card, it increases the speed of movement of the card. And as you can see, there is a lot of action going on here. You have to dodge the bullets, and the game has extremely tight bullet hell system. That means that you can actually dodge and evade those bullets in real time. And this is a pretty unique feature. You wouldn't find this across too many games. So every bullet in SquadBlast is a projectile, and every bullet can be dodged. So this is a pretty unique thing that we've got here.
Unstoppable.
And the battle is just going back and forth between 2 teams trying to capture this card. And at the same time, you have to heal your teammates, you have to pick up bullets and shields. This was a black hole. So one of the players picked up a special super weapon. This special weapon is able to spawn a black hole that kind of sucks all of the players in the vicinity into this hole. Yeah, and it kind of like plays like a tug of war. So both of the teams are trying to push it back and forth, and you can see a large variety of weapons in play here. Super precise bazookas, close action shotgun, and along with that you see multiple classes putting turrets on the field and trying to support team with that. And well, you can see that the red team is trying to push the card down into a special collector point, and the blue team at all times is trying to push it back. So that's how a typical match in finals, and we're running a lot of tournaments inside this game, how a typical finals match goes when a lot of professional players that really know what they're doing are trying to push this card little by little towards either side to score a point and perhaps score a win for their team. SquadBlast offers a variety of gameplay modes, and one of them is TDM, as in classical team deathmatch. And in this map called Muertigo, we're gonna experience TDM where both teams are trying to score 10 points to win. So whatever team scores 10 is going to win. So let's dive into the action.
The score is on.
We can see a 3vs3 team deathmatch action on the screen right here, and the player is controlling a hero called Laika, and she's a sniper that can scope, and during that scope she has a much better precision of shooting, and she's able to stun the opponent with a certain type of the scoped sniper rifle that she's using. So the rules of this map are pretty simple. It's 3 players on one side, 3 players on another side. So it's another 3vs3 action. And Laika is also able to spawn a clone. This is kind of like a decoy character, decoy hero, that is confusing the enemy team, so you can't really know who's gonna attack you.
Ultimate weapon spawned. Two in a row. Blade.
Oh, this was such a nice close-up kill with katana, which is one of the melee weapons, and this is one of the black holes that you can spawn with a special super weapon that spawns every 30 seconds or so. So the action here is very tight. It's like back-to-back, killing one by one, scoring point by point, but at the same time you can just fall down from the platform. An opposing team can smash you out with a special punch kick in here. We see a lot of action with melee weapons such as shotgun, spread shotgun that has 6 bullets. We see variety of headshots, and we see different classes such as this one that is able to spawn an additional turret out there. So we're gonna see another very short TDM clip of the same map with Nigel, Laika, and Arx, 3 heroes battling against Sony, Hunter, and Nigel, and we're gonna see a couple of special weapons and couple of skills used here. The character in the focus is Sony, and Sony's primary weapon is a grenade launcher, and Sony's ability is placing small little turrets out there, small little helpers. They're called little helpers, that's the name of the ability, that is able to protect the base. Oh, we've just seen a special type of grenade explode, the grenade with homing bullets out there, and you can see a lot of bullets. We're gonna see a payload style map called Kitsune Den, where both of the teams are trying to push the card that just mined the crystals, which is the main currency within the lore of the SquadBlast, up the den. So there is a special collector up there on the top of this den, and both of the teams are trying to push the card up there. So let's see how that goes. So we're seeing how Pava is executing his gunplay, and he's using a special triple shot bazooka launcher, which is a very powerful weapon when used correctly. And we see a lot of opposition from the red team here. So Pava pops his shield, which both heals his teammates and gives Pava a few seconds to prevent the enemy team shooting at him. But it's a very tight 3vs3 play here, when both of the teams are just trying to push this card up. And Pava is picking up a super weapon, a special weapon, which is able to spawn a black hole, and this black hole can just suck in the whole opposing team, but it lasts just for a few seconds here. So everyone is on fire. One of the enemy team members here has a special type of shotgun, which is able to light up everyone on fire. And we also see Nigel healing Pava here, so it's a really great team play here. We're going to look at more of Kitsune Den map. It's a map where both teams are trying to push the payload cart up on the top of the den. And let's see how Arx, a new character, will be able to do just that. We're seeing Arx propelling himself up into the air with a jump pad and using his exosuit to transform, and this exosuit has enormous cannon fodder power. We're seeing variety of homing grenades, and the blue team is just trying to push through this card.
Ultimate weapon spawned.
We're going to see a different gameplay mode called Capture the Point, and the name of the map is Hakone. We're playing 3vs3 again, and we'll see a lot of new features such as sliding and gliding, picking up speed, and it's going to be a really intense battle. So the player is using a special grenade ability that is able to poison the whole region. At the same time, he's using a very aggressive type of bazooka that is able to shoot 5 rockets in a row, but has longer recharge times. And Arx is transforming himself with the power of exosuit and is trying to recapture that point. And we'll see whether he's going to succeed in just a few seconds. And Ren is still holding this point. Oh, a knife kill, a knife melee kill. and the blue recaptures the point, and they have to keep it for 80 more points. So this is a capture the point flag where both teams have to hold this point until hundreds points are scored. And it's a lot of back and forth capturing and recapturing, holding and finding a new and novel way to oppose the team that is just trying to rush and recapture that point. We've explored what kind of game genre we want to pick, and a side-scroller multiplayer shooter was something that very few games companies have explored in the last decade. So with all of the inspirations out there, from Metal Slug to Contra, we decided to build this multiplayer, cross-platform, cross-play, a competitive gaming experience. So you're able to play this on both PC, consoles, such as PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch will come eventually as well, and on mobile phones as well. So this is super exciting. You can literally play a 3vs3, 4vs4 match by holding a couple of phones, looking at the big screen experience using your PlayStation or Xbox, and having a couple of guys with their gaming notebooks out there. We're going to experience Dash, the quickest character on Earth and within our game as well, on a map called Hakone. And let's see her do completely crazy things by picking up a special boost power-up and using her special abilities just to dash through things at a blazing speed. Dash is now picking up a special power-up which increases the damage and at the same time increases the movement speed, and Dash just keeps pushing through things with her shotgun. She dashes through the objects and just flies through the whole map. Thanks to London Games Festival for giving us a chance to share this experience with you. And if you want to know more, just head to the SquadBlast.com website to download the game, to download the demo, which should be available for a lot of platforms by the time that you watch the video. Visit the site for the lore. We've got a lot of storytelling. We've got a lot of beautiful artworks out there. And maybe join our Discord, where the community is playing all the greatest new maps and is trying to envision the future of the game. Thank you. We're Ultra Horse, and hope to see you at the show.